Okay, you guys, if you have done the beginner Core 360 and then the regular version of the Core 360, and those are no longer challenging, then I put together an advanced Core 360 for you. And I'm going to do that next. And just a couple things. I'm going to show you multiple ways to perform each exercise in each position. I want you to find the exercise that fits you, that feels challenging, but you can still do with correct form. And correct form means that you are breathing, preferably exhaling on the exertion, and keeping your core, your transverse abdominis muscle, keeping that like drawn in. And that's what I'm going to cue you for during the different exercises. And remember, Core 360, we're working the front of the body, the sides of the body, we're working the shoulder girdle, we're working the hip girdle, and that's why it's 360. So let's get started. We're going to start on our back, and I'm just going to show you in a side view that the motion we want at the lower tummy is a drawing in. So hopefully you can see that. There's letting go, and this is drawing in. And I can do that, and I can hold that, but I can still breathe. So we're going to start on our backs, comfortable position. You're going to imagine either, that lower belly pulling away from your underwear, or the hip bones, those two pointy hip bones, you can imagine them pulling together. That helps me get a really good contraction. And we're going to start with a progression of our leg exercise. So just taking the leg down, this would be the exhale, inhale. Now if that feels easy, and we'll go a little further, you can take this foot off the ground. But if you notice that your tummy is now popping up into your hand, go back to this position, because you really want to keep that tummy flat. We'll go to the other side. Again, find your place in this exercise. Your foot might be down here, or up here, or even up here. Exhaling as the leg goes down, pulling the tummy in. That's the important part. And I keep my hands there because I don't really trust that my stomach is always doing the right thing. All right. And now we're going to work the back side of the body. We're going to come into a bridge. And the purpose now is that the back body is going to stabilize the pelvis. So now we want to keep these pointy hip bones in the same line. We don't want them to twist or swivel. And we're going to work the back side of the body. We're going to take the right leg, hold the pelvis level. You can even maybe look down at it. And we're going to bring this leg down and up. Inhale, and then exhales down here. Now, if that feels too challenging, you can just raise this leg like this and go down and up like this. That's another version of this exercise. If it's getting tiring, keep those hips elevated. Okay, that's about 10. We'll switch to the other side, and most of us have one side that's a lot easier than the other side. This is my easier side. But still make sure that you are keeping the pelvis even. That's key. Now, if you get like a hamstring cramp or something, shake it out. Come onto your heel of that foot down there, the supporting leg. That'll help you, if you lift your toes, that'll help you use your butt cheek a little bit more than your hamstring. So you might want to do that anyway, because that will call in the hip stabilizers a little bit more towards the butt cheek. See, now I lost count, but I'm starting to get fatigued, and that's really what we want. We want to get to the point with these exercises that our muscles are burning. So if you need less reps to get there, great. If you need more reps to get there, you're welcome to do this video multiple times in a row. Okay, so now we're on our side, and we're going to practice some more advanced side plank variations. I think in our previous videos, we did some things where we're on our knee. And so you could continue on your knee. That's always an option. But you want your elbow right under your shoulder. And for advanced core 360, you're going to come up on the sides of your feet and your forearm. So this is side plank, and you might be feeling some stuff at the shoulder, the waist, the hip. There's a lot going on here. Just holding this statically and trying to lift your body into like a rainbow shape. Pull that tummy in and breathe. That might be enough, right? We can add a little bit of mobility to this exercise, coming down and up. You can also add a little stability. You can take one leg away and kind of come into a star shape. You could even move this leg, and the variations are really endless here. So find what challenges you. I'm super challenged. I'm getting fatigued. I think I got a couple more of these in me. This is really great for runners, getting that glute medius muscle. Whew, okay, that burned me out on that side. Okay, and now we're gonna flip over onto our tummy. We're gonna do some dynamic movements through plank and see what else I have in store for you. Okay, so plank, traditionally we're gonna be on our forearms and our toes. And again, you're thinking about pulling that belly in, not letting it hang out. Pull it in. So I'm going to tuck my shirt in so you can maybe see my belly a little bit better. Okay, so plank, we're working the front of the body, we're working the back of the body. Here's what I don't want. Get your shoulder blades away from you. Slide your shoulder blades around to the front. I don't know. Lift your rib cage and your torso towards the ceiling. Don't just sag here in your shoulder. No, push that up. And then pull your tummy in. So you can stay here. You can alternate leg lift. Or you can start to make this a little bit more dynamic. Bring your knee towards your elbow. That's the exhale. That's kind of hard for me right now. I think I'll stay with the leg lifts. You could always come down to your knees here. You could also come up on your hands, which feels a little bit different. So find what is tiring for you in plank. Make it dynamic, either leg lift or knees towards your elbow. And then we have our other side. And we'll do our side plank over here. And maybe you have like a shoulder or a hip that is a little bit stronger. And you can do a little bit more on one side. That's available. So you can hold this statically. You can lower and lift. You could also raise your arm up into a star pattern and maybe add the dynamic portion there as well. Just remember belly pulling in and then breathing. Going to fatigue. Muscles burning, but still good form. Whew. Feel free to do more. Feel free to rewind or replay. I guess we don't have to rewind anymore, right? Replay and do as many sets as you need to get to a good muscle burn. And I hope you benefit from this one. Thanks, guys.